My name is John Westerman, and as the principal of Goldendale High School, I'd like to welcome all of our guests and all of our students to Goldendale High School with this service in honor of the veterans of foreign wars, the veterans who serve today, who've served in the past, who serve every single day. First and foremost, I want to begin today by recognizing all those among us who have been a part of the great brotherhood and sisterhood we call the U.S. military. Our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists. It is your service and sacrifice that has kept our country safe and free. If you're able, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. And now, I'd also like to ask the family members who are here with us today, students and others, family members of any service member, to stand at this time. We know you have lived through difficult times. Thank you for what you've done. Now, will everyone please face the flag, remove your hats for the national anthem. I don't have a flag or a hat. Thank you. Oh wait, we don't need.
The service members we honor today came from all walks of life, but they shared several fundamental qualities. They possessed courage, pride, determination, selflessness, dedication to duty, and integrity. All the qualities needed to serve a cause larger than oneself. Many of them didn't ask to leave their homes to fight on distant battlefields. Many didn't even volunteer. They didn't go to war because they loved fighting. They were called to be part of something bigger than themselves. They were ordinary people who responded in extraordinary ways in extreme times. They rose to the nation's call because they wanted to protect the nation, which has given them, us, so much. Now please focus your attention on the screen.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I say your name. Do solemnly swear. Support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all
armistice that ended World War I. The armistice that began the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact. But somehow it always seems quite fitting to me that this day comes deep in autumn, when the colors are muted and the days seem to invite contemplation. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise, but most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. And all we can do is remember. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. In memory of those who gave the last full measure of devotion, may our efforts to achieve lasting peace gain strength. Let us make a vow to our dead. Let us show them by our actions that we understand what they died for. Strengthened by their courage, heartened by their value, and born to their memory, let us continue to stand for the ideals for which they lived and died.
Since the first shots at Lexington and Concord were fired and our Revolutionary War began, American men and women have been answering the nation's call to duty. Millions of Americans have fought and died on battlefields here and abroad to defend our freedoms and way of life. Today our troops continue to make the ultimate sacrifices, and even as we lose troops, more Americans step forward to say, "I'm ready to serve." They follow in the footsteps of generations of fine Americans. Veterans Day, originally called Armistice Day, was originally designated as a day to celebrate the end of World War I. The First World War ended November 11, 1918, and the legislation that created Veterans Day was, and I quote, dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day.
As time went on and we engaged in further conflicts during World War II and Korea, veterans groups lobbied for a change. Rather than honoring the armistice and only those who served in World War I, the holiday would now honor all veterans from every war and conflict the United States had encountered. We've honored our troops and their service and sacrifice ever since. Today, people throughout the country will gather together to remember, to honor, and to pay gratitude to those who have served our country. Our gathering is just one small spark in the flame of pride that burns across the nation today and every day. It's not a lot, but it's one small way we can honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in freedom. Again, please turn your attention to the screen.
At this time, the combined middle school and high school bands, led by Danny Schneider, will be playing the Marches of the Armed Forces. As the song progresses, each of the branch's alma mater will play. I ask all of our guests with us today, when you hear your theme, please stand for recognition.
Your presence here today and that of the people gathering all across America is a tribute to those lost troops and their families. It is a way to say we remember. From the soldiers who shivered and starved through the winter at Valley Forge, to the platoon who patrolled the hazy jungles of Vietnam, and the young man or woman patrolling the mountains of Afghanistan, we remember and honor them all. Thank you for attending today. God bless you and your families. God bless our troops, and God bless America. Please focus your attention on the screen.
At this time, I invite everyone to please stand. As George Minor will now perform taps. Could please have a moment of silence for all those who have gone before. Thank you. As you go on with the rest of your day, please don't forget to thank the people who have served this country and fought for your freedom. A special thank you to all veterans for coming down here today and for your service and sacrifice. At this time, we are going to dismiss our veterans who are with us today. And then we will ask the students if you'd please wait to be dismissed until all of them have been able to leave the gymnasium. Again, thank you for attending, and students, thank you for your honor and your respect. Thank you.